fundraising campaign for the comprehensive renovation and modernization here old G blocks. To all of you, I say a big akwaba. Asante Menra, honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I reflected on the purpose of our presence here today, I could not help but draw inspiration from the historical significance of the grounds on which we are holding this program. As oral history tells us, on one festive Friday, 4th year in 1695, history was made on this very ground when the foremost high priest of Asante, Anokye, led the chiefs of 11 Asante states to undertake a series of customary rites and rituals that culminated in the birth of the Asante kingdom, with King Osei Tutu the first as the first Asante. One of the most significant cultural artifacts of that momentous occasion was the Anokye sword, which is buried right over here. As history tells us, the number of bold declarations that Anokye, reverentially referred to as COMING-Komfo, made on that historic day was that this place, where the sword is buried, will eternally be a place of births, rebirths, healing, and unity. It was therefore not for nothing that over 250 years later, when it became expedient in the early 1950s, that Kumasi, and for that matter the northern half of the country, needed a new and bigger referral hospital to cater for the health needs of the burgeoning population at that time. The colonial government awarded the contract to G. Walter and Slater of the UK to put up a magnificent hospital on this very ground. As predicted by Anokye, these grounds have since become an unrivaled place of births and healing for millions of people from Ghana and beyond, following the commencement of operations of this hospital almost 70 years ago. Regrettably, Kotokohene, honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of its position as the sole tertiary hospital for this state of the country, this part of the country, the persistent overutilization and consequent wear and tear over the years have left this hitherto impressive structure in a state that is simply unfit for the provision of contemporary specialist inpatient care services. As we shall soon see, typical of such heavily used facilities, the plumbing, electrical wirings, windows, roofing, washrooms, and all the ancillary facilities have for years now deteriorated beyond maintenance. This is due to the fact that the blocks which contain nearly all the wards and other inpatient facilities of the hospital have never undergone any comprehensive renovation in its close to 70-year history due to the nation's limited resources. This dire state of affairs is getting worse by the day, and we are reaching a point where if nothing was done immediately, the old G blocks could soon suffer a catastrophic structural failure without consequences for healthcare services in the region and beyond. We should not forget that on a daily basis, our specialist OPD services alone are assessed by about 1,000 patients from all over Ghana. It was therefore with an indescribable joy when the Asante Ikrura, upon the completion of the technical and financial proposal on the renovation, declared his readiness to raise the needed funds to execute the renovation project. The cost has been conservatively estimated at 10 million United States dollars. This will form part of the legacy projects expected to be executed as part of the 25th anniversary celebrations of his installment as Asante next year. So, as your son and grandson, words cannot describe how proud I am as your subject, that when it became evident that the only tertiary health facility in this kingdom was inching towards a calamitous failure, you did not sit aloof, like your predecessors who fought with their sweat and blood to make Asante great. You took on the Herculean task that is ordinarily the responsibility of the state, to raise this humongous amount of money to restore this hospital. This historic project project of yours is without compare in this part of the world. For over 15 years, this project has been on the drawing board, and it's only you, Kotokohini, to wait, who sits on elephant and lion heights. You are the only one who can pull this one off. But for your critical intervention, there is no way on that on our own we could have beaten this $10 million bullet. There must be a good reason why, just as the antecedents of the hospital began with Osei the first, today's event that is definitely going to mark a new beginning for this hospital is being presided over by Osei the second. Current and future generations will definitely view your legacy with pride and amazement, knowing that when it mattered most, you showed uncommon leadership, vision, and bravery to do the unimaginable by offering to spearhead this costly but life-saving project. For this and many others, Your Majesty, on behalf of the board, management, staff, and patients of this hospital, I say, Ohine, Nyankwada. I'm also very grateful to the CAF board and management for its support, and members of the COMING-Komfo project team who have been working tirelessly over the past few months pro bono in fulfillment of the King's vision. Posterity, I have no doubt, will judge you kindly for your sacrifices and sense of duty. My gratitude also goes to the Fidelity Bank for its financial and operational support for this launch. It is my expectation that today, just like that 4th year of Festive Friday in 1695, when the chiefs of the 11 Asante states decided to unite to form one great Asante kingdom, we members of the public and corporate Ghana will unite behind Asantehini's vision of raising the needed resources to comprehensively renovate and modernize this hospital.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the chairman of the COMING-Komfo Anokye project, I warmly welcome Mr. Samuel Edu Boache.
Thank you very much, Ohene. Good afternoon, Your Majesty Asantehini Otumfuo Osei II, government officials here present, invited guests, distinguished stakeholders, friends from the media, our friends from the entertainment industry, ladies and gentlemen, I stand on the established protocols and before you today with a sense of determination and responsibility. One more time to greet you all. We are embarking on a bold mission of great importance, a mission that reflects the enduring spirit of vision, self-help, dedication, and communal bond that defines our great Asantehene and that defines Ghana. Our mission is to join great forces to rehabilitate and revitalize, to heal COMING-Komfo Teaching Hospital, largest and most critical healthcare facility, serving our dear Asantehene and 12 other regions in Ghana here, and also some neighboring countries. Our dear King, Your Majesty, I want to assure you as the chairman of the committee, you are not alone in this endeavor, and thank you for this great mission. Ghanaians are solidly behind you. Your commitment to the welfare of the beloved people of Ghana is unwavering, and this is testament to it. And we are here to honor your vision and this dedication that you have demonstrated. The initiative only demands one thing: our fullest support and cooperation to bring this project to fruition. The COMING-Komfo Teaching Hospital, as we all know it, is the biggest referral center within this part of Ghana, and beyond decades has not seen any major renovation. It has provided care and comfort to countless individuals and families, delivering essential specialist medical service that has often meant the difference between life and death. However, time has taken its toll on this physical structure and equipment for this institution. Our hospital is in dire need of major rehabilitation, Thus, you hear us say, heal Komfo Anokye. Komfo Anokye has been the healing point for every soul within this part of Ghana. Today, Komfo Anokye is sick. It is therefore beneficial to again repeat, let us all contribute, rally behind our great king, and heal Komfo Anokye. As we gather here today, I implore each and every one of you to consider the gravity of this situation, to acknowledge the significance of our collective responsibility. The Heal Komfo Anokye initiative is not merely a
Director of Ghana Oil Goil, Honorable Osei Prempe is here. The legislator for Manso Nkwanta, Honorable George Obeng Techi is here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. From Ahafo Ano Southeast, Honorable Francis Menu Adabo. The regional organizer of the ruling New Patriotic Party, Dr. Francis Adomako is here, and Dr. Stephen Amoa is also here from Inshiayeso constituency. Dr. Anowan Fubidia and Kahon, Asimbiti Niaba. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Asamoah Yekano and then say, Komfo Anokye a share one hour yareno, and then see a 2 year disha Komfo Anokye. Komfo Anokye na nkasa so yare. Inti yesese ye nyina ye bob, ni ye tie opim so achi, ni ye timisiesie Komfo Anokye. San se enye baakofo na ne nane abrewa. Se wo hwe na se wa me anya se adwumadie ya ebia na ochena, onso na oho adodo. Dien ane behwe enu nti ane efiri chiri ne de ben. Yabasi Yebeshe Niasa Komfo Anokye. Yeah, dear distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, shall I welcome our partner financial institution, the managing director of Fidelity Bank, Mr. Julian Oponi, to give us a very short address. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Julian Oponi.
Sorry, very sorry.
Your Majesty, Asante Hene Otumfo Seitutu II, Honorable Ministers, Members of Parliament, the Board and Management of Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. I'm standing here and I'm immensely honored to represent Fidelity Bank, which is Ghana's largest privately owned indigenous bank. And the endeavor we're about to embark on holds significance not only for Kumasi Metropolis, but for Ashanti region and also the entire nation of Ghana. As a bank, we are deeply rooted in Ghana. We were founded by Ghanaians and dedicated to serving Ghanaians. And Fidelity Bank has consistently placed a high priority on social impact initiatives. And so when we were presented with the opportunity to be part of this monumental endeavor to support the renovation of Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, our response was an enthusiastic and resounding yes. And we are really honored to be part of this. Obviously, dating back to its inception in 1955 as the Kumasi Central Hospital, and then later renamed in honor of the revered Komfo Anokye, the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital has stood as a beacon of hope, resilience, and healing for 7 decades. It has also served as a training ground for numerous healthcare professionals. I think it has already been stated what the current challenges are, and it is important that our beloved Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, which is a paragon of healing, now requires healing itself. And so we are happy to be part of the Heal Komfo Anokye project. At the heart of the Heal Komfo Anokye project is a testament to our shared aspirations as a bank, the community of Ghana, and believe that every individual, regardless of their background or circumstance, deserves access to dignified and comprehensive healthcare. In line with this commitment, the bank's management has pledged to support the renovation of 1 floor here at Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital. This is our humble contribution to this noble endeavor, and we call upon all other well-meaning Ghanaians and other corporate institutions to join supporting the revamping and modernization of Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital. Your Majesty, Once again, I'd like to express our appreciation for affording us the opportunity and the privilege to be part of this initiative. And it aligns deeply with the core values of community service that we also believe in. We also want to acknowledge the Ministry of Health and the Minister of Health and the visionary leadership of the COMING-Komfo Teaching Hospital for entrusting us with the honor of sponsoring this transformative endeavor. Together, we have the opportunity to rewrite the narrative of healthcare in our nation, paving the way for a future where every Ghanaian can access the quality of care that they deserve. May the spirit of unity and collaboration guide us as we embark on this noble journey. Together, we can breathe new life into COMING-Komfo Teaching Hospital. Believe in us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Julian Oponi, the Managing Director of Fidelity Bank, who are the sponsors for this launch event. Ladies and gentlemen, with us here, the Member of Parliament for Bantama constituency. He doubles as the Minister for Works and Housing. Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye is also here. His Majesty, since the call began, it is not only a call for politicians, businessmen, captains of industry. Everyone is very excited about this. Today with us here we have the Ghana Bar Association President Esquire Yaubuafo is here with us. Shall we please celebrate the Ghana Bar Association President, Lawyer Yaubuafo. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I please welcome the board chairperson of the COMING-Komfo Teaching Hospital, Ambassador Nana Ifa Apenteng, to also give us a word. Please put your hands together, Nana Ifa Apenteng.
His Royal Majesty Utufo Osei II Asante. Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, Members of the Council Board, CEO and Managing Directors of State Enterprises, Corporate Ghana, the clergy, members of the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. I deem it a great honor and a privilege to make some few remarks in support of this laudable trend-setting initiative by Utufo Osei II Asante. As the chairman of the board of this hospital, which is named after an iconic figure in our national history, I cannot but convey the deepest appreciation of the board members to His Majesty for lifting a heavy burden off the shoulders of the management of this facility with the launch of the fundraising campaign for the comprehensive new renovation of the old G blocks at this hospital. The cost of maintaining these aging blocks have been exerting unbearable pressure on the finances of the hospital. And it's quite liberating and heartwarming to witness the launch of this special initiative by the traditional overlord of Fasatimai. Anytime we have undertaken a monthly tour of the hospital as board members, we have always returned to the boardroom quite depressed, not knowing where the huge amount of resources required for the comprehensive renovation of the OG blocks would be sourced from. It was therefore with a huge sigh of relief that we received the news of the Asante's $10 million United States fundraising drive for the total overhaul of the OG blocks to enhance the quality of specialist inpatient care at the hospital. Mira, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the firm assurance that I would like to give the public in general, and donors in particular, is that the board is fully committed to maintaining a huge level of integrity, transparency and accountability in utilization of the funds that will be raised for the project. The board will work closely and harmoniously with the board of trustees that is being put together to oversee the Anokye Hill team, which is leading the implementation of activities to ensure the judicious use of the funds for the intended purpose. I would therefore entreat all well-meaning Ghanaians, home and abroad, to support the Team Force commendable drive and contribute handsomely to give the needed facelift and enhance this hospital capacity to provide dignified and quality care to the public. We look forward to a successful campaign to mobilize the requisite resources for the judicious implementation of this noble undertaking. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Nana Ifa Apiti. The Omahine of Bompata, Udobo, as the board chairperson of the COMING-Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, it is imperative to mention he's an infant old boy as well. Otomfo say to our baby, Madame Ibru, Ofre say Yemra, Ni Yina Yemeboa, na COMING-Komfo Anokye Yempejano, Enye a politician from Kwan is your person mobile, Enye businessmen, Kwan so is your person be lawyers to Waha. Na ekuo bi nso a omo wo ha si ye sha se social media na kwa chi pa na omo ayo omo adwen so metu omo ho asi ho na wani so ade hu na wadama opese wo ye no omo nso boa e ma ni do achi eye Kumawood for the Actors Guild from Asante region. Omo nso no omo ho no baby omo wo no Dr. Demensa na imru ho engineer Tafuku na imru ho Omunkwan and him said you're waiting to be on 1 day. Enti Omobaria Nana Amama Brown, the Empress Ewaha. Nana Ohamba. Okay. Bill Asamoah and so ladies and gentlemen, Yamon Sam Famana. Ajako Ewahabi, aka this is a big now. FIPAC President James Abuaje Ewaha, Samuel Nyameche of Miracle Fewaha, Bedi De Ewaha, right, Amatundra, and so Waha. Afeina Akwesi Bwedi Akrobeto Ofa and so Waha, and Afein so Akabeneza Dr. Laiki. Now they were Jenny t-shirts, thank you very much. Also with us here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the MD of SIC, Mr. Stephen Odro, is here with us. And also from the Millennium Excellence Foundation, Nana Ajimai Prempe is also here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, anytime when we have a vision, and the vision has been clearly written as the Bible said, it is very imperative to know where we are coming from, where we are now, and where we are going to. Because like I would always say, a people that do not know their history cannot know where they are going. And so the COMING-Komfo Anokye project team have put together a very short documentary to tell us the state of COMING-Komfo Anokye as it is now, and what we envisage COMING-Komfo Anokye to be by the kind grace of God, led by His Majesty the King, if we have the 10 million. So in the next 7 minutes, please allow me show to you what COMING-Komfo Anokye looks like and where we are going. Thank you very much.
May it be the needs shines down on you.
Wasaji for Bunyaguaso, Present Kasangen.
Wasaji for Bunyaguaso, Present Kasangen.
Patokoini Kase, Proviane Kasangen.
Patokoini Kase, Proviane Kasangen.
Mema Clobia, Ilifiango Manukotokungen.
Mema Clobia, Ilifiango Manukotokungen.
Asante Chanjo, Jampon Fungen.
Asante Chanjo, Jampon Fungen.
Asante Sebo, Sumantien.
Asante Sebo, Sumantien.
Robia Santinade, Kasangen.
Robia Santinade, Kasangen.
Search the chain more than Yavisio.
Search the chain more than Yavisio.
Why never Saduso, Supania, Gabakumazika Pabano?
Why never Saduso, Supania, Gabakumazika Pabano?
Binya Sabian Kobe.
Oh, Binya Sabian Kobe.
Lago Bacana de Frampo, Damni Farisi.
Lago Bacana de Frampo, Damni Farisi.
Mema Davido da Koyadungen.
Mema Davido da Koyadungen.
Yadamania Jacobo, Tatochmo, Tampon Fungen.
Yadamania Jacobo, Tatochmo, Tampon Fungen.
Botosika Samana Jakungen.
Botosika Samana Jakungen.
Jacob Banco.
Jacob Banco Jufro.
Sajifo Frampo, Damni Fao.
Sajifo Frampo, Damni Fao.
Sajifo more than Yavisio.
Sajifo more than Yavisio.
Una Musuma and Cabo and Putu and Kosoba, Ghana, no Santimamina.
Una Musuma and Cabo Putu and Kosoba, Ghana, and Santimam.
Binya Serbia for baby.
Oh, Binya Serbia for baby.
Lago Bacana de Frampo, Damni Farisi.
Lago Bacana de Frampo, Damni Farisi.
Mema Davido da Koyadume.
Mema Davido da Koyadume.
Yadamania Jacobo to Tatochmo, Champon Fungen.
Yadamania Jacobo to Tatochmo, Champon Fungen.
Botosika Samana Jakungen.
Botosika Samana Jakungen.
Jacob Banco Floor.
Jacob Banco Jufro.
And I flew from Pond, Damni Fao.
And I flew from Damni Fao.
Was I for Gunya Wassingen?
Was I for Gunya Wassingen?
Present Kasangen.
Oh, Present Kasangen.
Walk to the men for Gunya was I do not remember.
So,